NieR Automata is Platinum Games' latest title. It is set in the future when mankind fled to the moon after a devastating war had raged between humans and an outsider enemy aliens. Then mankind had created the androids, which serve as soldiers in a war with the aliens' robots. This is when 2B, our first main protagonist, comes into the picture. 2B is accompanied with another android named 9S, and together they fight to eliminate the robots and restore the peace on Earth. From the moment you start playing, the first thing to notice about NieR is the unique art style. From the character design to the special effects, it grows a nice theme to it. Animations look fantastic, whether you are dodging, shooting, or slashing through hordes of robots. And the game features some great special effects. Sand throw by sliding, water splashes, and fireworks all look fantastic. Environments can look a bit pale at times, with most of the colors being grey and brown. However, it does make the colors pop when present. My biggest complaint in this category is the futuristic post-apocalyptic level design, which looks a bit unrealistic. Boxcars are pinned to certain walls in order to provide the player with climbing platforms, and some of the barriers are located at irrational spots. The soundtrack for NieR Automata is just phenomenal. It matches the theme of the game and really makes you feel how being surrounded in a changing environment would be like. Sound effects are also top-notch, with the use of few heat samples to make fighting not sound all the same over and over again. The use of sound cues during battle helps fighting mechanics feel more natural, and this is a vital element for a game like this, when during battle an opponent might strike from any direction. Speaking of directions, the game also supports surround sound option for an ultimate experience. The voice acting is pretty good too. Robots do sound robotic, and the game develops a consistent theme to the speech throughout the execution. The hack and slash mechanics feel solid, and the game features a few customization options for adjusting your fighting. Plug-in chips are abilities and effects attached to the main character that can also alter your gameplay experience. For an example, you can add a certain chip to add electricity damage to your attacks, or another chip to auto-heal when not taking damage for a few seconds. Every chip takes up a certain amount of space on your Android, and so you are forced to manage your chips to suit your playstyle. Managing your plug-in chips as well as your weapon sets is easy, with a dedicated system specifically made for those kind of alterations. You can even change your companion's battling style. All those mechanics result in various gameplay styles. NieR Automata contains various gameplay mechanics integrated from different genres. You have the action hack and slash fighting, side-scrolling adventure, shoot-'em-up sequences, and some hacking minigames, all covered in JRPG elements. All of these make the game one of the most unique game experiences ever made. When you die, your body still remains on that spot, and it contains your plug-in chips and your current experience points. In order to restore those, you have to return to the place where you died and pick them up. But if you die again before collecting your chips, they are gone for good. You can also encounter other bodies from players online. You can choose to loot the body or repair it, to be used as a companion that will fight by your side, one at a time. Though possible, I found the repair feature to be pretty useless, since repaired bodies are weak, and scavenging them for loot always seemed to be far more valuable in my opinion. The game does not autosave. Instead, you have to activate saving stations, which later can be used as transportation points. After activating a saving station, you can save your game within its fair range. The story is very compelling, though characters aren't exactly the most memorable.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
That being said, the game features some of the most epic boss fights I've seen in quite some time, and some boss patterns need to be learned in order to perform a dodge at the perfect moment. The game also offers much of a replayability value. with the second playthrough of the same game save played through the perspective of NieR, causing the player to observe cutscenes that were not played on the first playthrough and gain more information about the whole story. Game mechanics are also different, with the ability to hack into robots. In contrast to 2B, NieR can only have one weapon in each of the weapon sets. The game features 26 possible endings, with the ability to witness multiple endings during one playthrough. Overall, the game has 3 routes, and some of the greatest moments only come during the third playthrough, which I'm not gonna talk about under the fear of spoiling it. Overall, the gameplay is great, but I do have some drawbacks to talk about. The game has some occasional invisible walls, and I still wonder when will the gaming world be free of those, which provide us a reminder that the game was made by real people and pulls us out of the experience. I also encountered enemies that glitched through objects. The game is locked to 60 FPS during gameplay and 30 FPS during cutscenes, which resulted in cutscenes feel choppy at times due to inconsistent frame rate. Another problem I have with the game is that roaming the same empty spaces is not that interesting, and tedious side missions exist to fill that emptiness with not much of a success. And navigating through the world can be quite a difficult task, and the messy maps featured in the game do not make it any easier. To sum it all up, I would say that despite its flaws, NieR Automata is a great game. It's not perfect, but it is definitely worth playing through. With its unforgettable art style, awesome music score, glorious boss battles, and silky smooth fighting mechanics, it is one hell of a ride. I hope you enjoyed watching this review, and until the next time, have a great gaming session and have fun, for the glory of mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.